Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my tattoos. So much fun, and also, look at this. Oh, spooky season is just my favorite season. Ah, yes. So, yes, I'm going to be talking about my tattoos today. As of right now, I have 6 tattoos, and I definitely plan on getting more. I just don't know what yet. I have so many different ideas and, things that come and go, so I don't really know what I'm going to be getting anytime soon, but I just know that I definitely want more. I've been bitten by the tattoo bug. So let's just get right on into it, guys. The first time I got tattoos, I was 18 and I got 2 in one day. So when I went in, I was with my mom, and we got mother-daughter matching tattoos, and we got the words always always on us. She got hers on the inside of her foot, and I got mine on my ankle going in a circle. It's connected with like some swirls and a heart, so I'll show you that right now. There it is, just on my ankle like that. And it is just a phrase that my mom and I always say to each other. It started, so long ago. She would say, "I love you, always, always," if she was like tucking me into bed at night. And nowadays when she is just texting me and, just wants to remind me that she loves me, always, always. So it's just always been our thing. Always has always been a part of us. And yeah, I just love my mom. She's my best friend, the greatest woman I know. And I wanted to make sure that my first tattoo was that for her. And also, to make the tattoo a little bit more personal, I got it in my mom's handwriting. So what I just showed you is her handwriting, and I just love that. I think it's even more special. And when I showed some of my family members, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so weird," because like before I told them that it was in my mom's handwriting, they're like, "I recognize that." So it was really cool. And then right after I got that, I got this on my wrist. Some people know what this is, and a lot of people don't. But this is from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I'm not very good at explaining the whole premise of the story. I'll just put links into descriptions, but this is from a song called Origin of Love, which is from the movie / Broadway musical, and it's a mythological story that basically means at one point in time, us humans were joined at the back with our soulmate, our main person, and it was someone that, was just always with us. And one day the gods decided that they no longer wanted people to be joined at the back the way that they were, and so they started splitting people down the middle and separating everybody. And over time, because we were separated, we just kind of lost track of our soulmates. And now in present day times, we will spend the rest of our lives looking for our soulmate, and once we do, we intend on coming back together and becoming one again. So it's just about love, soulmates. It was a really nice thing to kind of think about. I discovered the movie first, and I was in high school, and it was during a very specific time in my life, and it was something that I cherished and loved with my friends, and including my boyfriend James. And I just always remember singing that specific song in the car, whether it was with friends or just with him. This movie has been a very big part of my life in different parts of my life. So I started, I became obsessed with it in high school, and then I went through a lot during that time as well, and the time after. And then it kind of came back into my life when I was just starting out just on my own. I got out of high school and, starting to work and figure my life out. And yeah, it's always been a very special song to me personally and to those around me. And I just have some really great memories that I would never ever, wish to forget about, despite some things that have happened in my past. A lot of the people that I used to sing the song with are no longer in my life, except for James. He's been here this whole time. But yeah, they're just memories that I will always love and cherish, and never forget. So yeah, and it's supposed to be two people trying to come back together. So yeah, I don't regret it. A lot of people regret their first tattoo or tattoos, and I do not. And I think that's in part because I'm just not really one to regret things, I guess, unless I got a really, really bad tattoo. But yeah, I just don't really regret things. I just don't. I kind of adapt. I just deal with things as they come. So then, after I got those two, I was hooked immediately, and I knew that I wanted my next tattoo to be something for my dad. So I got something for my mom, and I'm like, well, it just seems fitting to immediately get something for my dad and just kind of, go down the line there. So my third tattoo was this script above here. And a lot of people try to read it and they're like, I don't know what that says. And it's like, well, because it's written in Italian. So it says, "It was good for you to see me," and it's written in Italian. And yeah, it's for my dad. My dad was Italian, so I'm Italian from my dad's side. And yeah, it's for him. My dad passed away in 2009 when I was 9 years old. And I don't know, I just really, really was eager to find something, and it took me a very long time to figure out a tattoo to get for him. Every idea that I thought of, it seemed too overused, too cliche. It just didn't feel fitting, or I just didn't want to, it just didn't seem good enough, for him. And then one day I just had this feeling that I had to go visit his grave. And this has always been a weird thing with me where maybe I'll make this into a story time video, but I've had this happen before where relatives who have passed, I will, out of nowhere, just get the urge to go to their grave and see them. And my mom always says, well, it's them. They're, they want to see you and they're calling you. It's just craziness. If you don't believe in that stuff, then just ignore what I'm saying. But yeah, I just had the urge to go see my dad. And I don't know. I think it was also around Father's Day. Maybe that was also why. But I went, and my mom later met up with me there because I was having the hardest time finding his grave because it's a huge place, and yeah, so it was just really difficult. I was getting so frustrated, but she later came and made sure that I found it and I was okay. And we just kind of, did our thing, and I happened to notice on his tombstone, and I don't know why, but I never knew this, but on his tombstone it says, "It was good for you to see me." And I read it, I'm like, I did not know this was on here. And my mom's like, yeah. And so it immediately clicked. I was like, that would be perfect for me to get. And she agreed, and she immediately threw out there, "You should get it written in Italian." And it just kind of came together so beautifully and so quickly. And I think that same week or something, we went in and I got this done. And I am just so happy with it. And I love the font that I chose. It's just perfect. It looks like it's handwritten. And I also made sure that this is written accurately because my aunt has a friend who lives in Italy. And so I told her to text this quote to her and have her send it back to me written the way it's supposed to be in Italian. So yeah, I wasn't about to use Google Translate for this, even though when you type this in Google Translate, it's actually pretty accurate. So I guess I could have, but I wasn't gonna mess with that. I wanted to make sure that I did it right and it was written correctly, and it's just great that my aunt knows somebody in Italy. I was like, thank you. But yeah, this was my third one. And then after that one, I believe it was this guy. So this is my fourth tattoo. Maybe I'll stand up for this one. Yep, it's a little kitty with the number 13. And this was one that I thought was going to have zero meaning, and it was going to be one of my, sillier tattoos. I got this done for my 20th birthday. It was like a little birthday present to myself, and James and I went in together. And this is, so the shop that I go to, they have a get what you get machine. So it's basically like one of those little dispensaries that you see at like grocery stores for kids to use. You put the 25 cents in and then you get a little fake tattoo, like, you know, one that you put on with like hot water or something. It's like that, but with actual tattoo stencils. So you put your 25 cents in and you twist the thing and then a random tattoo comes out. And you can do retries, but I think it's, you know, you have to pay extra to do that. And so I think I was just in the mood to be adventurous and do something really fun for my birthday and, you know, let fate decide what was going to be on my body forever. I just loved that. I thought it was so fun. And I went in and I actually did it. My boyfriend, James, he did not think I was going to do that at all. He thought I was going to overthink it, second guess it, or want to try it again if I didn't like it. But it's funny because it actually works out because I love cats. I am also an alley cat. That's been my nickname since, you know, I was little. And the number 13 is kind of like Halloween spooky season. So I was born on October 27th, and so, you know, it was like a birthday thing, and I also just love Halloween, love scary things, and yeah, so it's me tied into one. And yeah, I don't regret it at all, despite the fact that it was literally just from a little get what you get machine. And I'm thinking about doing it again. It was really fun. So then after that one, let's see, I got this one. Yes, we have 2 more left, I think. Yes. Oh, ooh. So then I got this one. Just on my arm like that. And a lot of people thought that this was me and James, and I shut that down real quick. This is not me and James. This is actually from one of my favorite movies called The Dreamers. It was made in like 2003, and it stars Michael Pitt and Eva Green. So this is Michael Pitt and this is Eva Green as their characters. And this is taken from a picture from a scene of the movie on Google. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. It's based in the 1960s, I believe, the late 1960s in France, France. And it's just packed full with art, referencing art and pop culture, and it's a very beautiful story. It's kind of controversial as well, and I just recommend it to anyone who is into stories like that. But yeah, it's kind of out there, but I love that movie. It inspired me a lot, especially when I was going through some, you know, writer's block a few years ago, and it was a movie that kind of was like a safe haven for me when I was going through some hard times in life, and so that's why I decided to get it, and I just appreciate the film, and I appreciate everything that it is packed with. So yeah, I got that one, and I think it's so much fun. Some people ask me why I didn't do it in more detail. I just like line work, and I think someone once said that it's, you know, line work tattoos are kind of like getting down to the bones of a tattoo. And I thought that was really beautiful. So I got that. And then after that, I got my last tattoo, which it was kind of funny when I was explaining this because it is a lower back tattoo. And I wanted to get a lower back tattoo or a tramp stamp because I wanted to be a part of the club. To be honest with you, I just wanted to be a part of the club. A lot of people may yell at me for that, you know, like, oh, you were able to pass that tattoo trend, and what are you thinking? But I went for it. I just went for it. I thought that that placement for tattoos were just always so beautiful anyway, and I didn't really care about the stigma. You know, just do what you want to do. And it took me the longest time to figure out a tattoo that I wanted to get. And James and I actually scheduled a day and time that we were going to go in for me to get this. And it was the same day that he also got his tattoo, his second tattoo actually. And, you know, the day was coming and I still had not figured out what I wanted to get. And I was like freaking out. And then I found this design. It is a Viking symbol, so I'm just going to show you real quick. There it is. And it doesn't have that much meaning to me, to be honest. It's just there for the looks of it. I just really enjoy the looks of it. It's simple, so yeah, not much to cover with that one. But there you go. Those are my 6 tattoos. I definitely plan on getting more once I figure out what I want to get because I'm very picky. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at the Molly Doors, and if you would like, follow my blog on Wix at the A Word. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys and have a great day. Bye.